How's it going, Borderlands community? Today I have another Borderlands 3 video for you guys, going over some more stuff that we've learned about the Calypso twins. As you guys know, in Borderlands 3 we're fighting against Troy and Tyreen Calypso. They are the, big baddies. They're kind of the people taking place of Handsome Jack from here on out with our villains in the Borderlands series, at least for this game, as far as we know. So there's some details here that they've updated on the Borderlands website. You can actually download the official Borderlands 3 Calypso Twin cosplay guides. Now, I know they are just cosplay guides and there's not a lot of info we can get from them, but there is some valuable information from seeing these cosplay guides. We get to see more in depth of what the characters look like and certain things they might have on them. Certain items might be unique and might be able to bring along the narrative of Borderlands 3 and what these villains can do, what they're after, yada yada. How many belts are wrapped around Tyreen's waist? I don't think that's, got much to do there. But right here it says, what's that on the badass design of Troy's jacket? Which we'll look at here in a second. The answers to both these questions and more can be found in our second wave of official Borderlands 3 cosplay guides. I think they are talking about this current wave. We had the first wave, which was the other, 4 Vault Hunter characters. Now we have the Calypso twins. So here are both of them. That arm looks pretty insane. I thought it was just a standard arm that was just, there. I did not actually think it had the full spine and shoulder thing here. I am curious to know whether or not we're going to get the actual story behind what exactly happened to his arm. I don't think we really have anything really to go off of that, of why they're injured. It does seem like they might be people who are kind of one with the bandits and psychos and stuff like that. They seem to be the leaders of the cult of the Vault. So I would think that just based off of this, that they probably didn't have the best lives growing up. These two characters, Troy and Tyreen, they probably didn't have the best time until they maybe figured out that Tyreen had siren powers. You can see here, you can see Tyreen's arms a little bit better there. They do look a little scuffed up, a little scraped up. We get a little color wheel here, in case you guys really need to know about that. I don't cosplay a whole lot, so a lot of that doesn't mean much for me. If you want Troy's color wheel, well, you're not going to get it. They don't give it to you. But good thing to notice, especially about more of Troy and less of Tyreen, because we know with her, we know she's a siren, we get all that with her, but Troy has red tattoos. That can mean, yeah, absolutely nothing, but it goes up his left arm, it goes into his eye there. Tyreen's left arm also has the tattoos. It could just be a coincidence that they're in the same location. It could be nothing. It's pure speculation, but it's something to look at. It could just be some random tattoos, something like that. For what we know, sirens have all been females. Troy, more than likely is not a siren. I get that, but he could be something else. There's a lot in the Borderlands universe. There's a good chance he might be something else along the way. We don't really fully know because we don't know the backstory of these characters just yet. So that's something we'll have to look after. You also can see how much longer his other arm is. This is actually a pretty cool designed character. I'm glad we have both of them. I'm curious to see how the final boss fight is going to go with having 2 characters this time. I'm sure it'll be in stages. So I'm sure they'll not just be on the ground walking around fighting you the first time out. I'm sure there'll be other things going on first, but we have 2 baddies this time. Are they both going to fight hand in hand? Tyreen's a siren. Troy, on the other hand, isn't going to be very powerful on his own, so it would seem. We don't know exactly the full extent of his arm. And for what we know, there can be another siren. Is it possible that it could be Troy? It's not blue. All the sirens have had blue tattoos on them. None of them have had red. Maybe that's an exception. Maybe the male sirens have red tattoos. This is just a theory. Handsome Jack even says 6 women can have it, but I don't exactly know if that's a 100% solid that it can only be for females. That's just something to think about. That's something to speculate about with these characters. But I'm glad to see these characters. Very cool designs. I'm curious what all his arm can do. Maybe in a boss fight, he can do different things with it. It kind of just looks like a normal arm, but he has a couple different things that look like boosters here. I'm curious to see what happened to him. It was more than just his arm being cut off. I'm not sure if the prosthetic arm just needed the whole, skeletal and shoulder thing to go along with it. Maybe that's just placed onto here. Maybe this part is actually, maybe his whole back and his shoulder is fine. They just put that on top of it just so it could have, full support with his arm. Another cool thing to notice is his hair is black and goes to the right on his face, while Tyrene is white and goes to the left. It's kind of like a, good balance, like a, good yin and yang kind of thing, which I can kind of get. Tyrene seems to be a loudmouth and talks a lot, while Troy seems to be kind of mellow and doesn't talk a lot. It seems like these two characters kind of combat each other. They definitely seem more of like a yin and a yang kind of deal, and they don't tend to fight a lot. I have a very good assumption that Troy is probably going to be stronger than Tyrene in some way. They need to balance it out. I think just going with what we have here, it seems to be that Tyrene would obviously be the stronger one because she's a siren. And living on Pandora, she's probably found ways to enhance her siren powers with what uridium was left that they could scrape up and could use. Plus, they have the entire Cult of the Vault going with them. So, she's probably pretty strong in their whole, cult. We'll probably have to bring down the whole cult first, then find them, then fight them, usual kind of stuff going on there. Another thing to look at is the actual skull on his back. You can zoom in here and get a better look at it. But, okay. There we go. So it has a red skull and a white skull. Similar to his tattoo, it's red. But who knows what this design means? This is all speculation here. I mean, we can't go too far off of all of this information. White skull and a red skull. Could it be something with the, the brother and sister dynamic, that there's two of them? Is this a Cult of the Vault symbol? Is this part of some gang that he was a part of before that involved him losing his arm? All very good speculations, and could be different causes for reasons why he ended up losing his arm. Who knows? Or maybe he could have been a part of the current war that we know is going on with Maliwan and Atlas, both fighting on Prometheus right now, as far as we know, as soon as you get into the game. But let's read more here. They have a cosplay tour going on. In case you missed the recent announcement, Borderlands 3 tour will be getting underway at E3 in Los Angeles, June 11th. We're excited to check out your cosplay creations at this and other events across the globe. So they're holding an event for cosplayers to come out. We'll be ready to drop you in the middle of the beautiful Borderlands 3 locations for unique photo experience. So it seems like they're going to be getting cosplayers and putting them behind, full-on Borderlands 3 location sets. If you look in the background, I've been seeing it this whole time, it looks like parts of Borderlands 3. I really like this kind of red-looking cherry blossom kind of thing. Kind of reminds me of Japan in some ways with the whole, it looks like a cherry blossom in some ways. Get some more up here, very rocky place. My webcam's cutting off this other part, but you can see down here some more of these psychos that are hanging from the wall. I mean, who knows where this is at? It looks like a place that doesn't invite psychos in, but then again, we see the psychos all over doing crazy stuff all the time. But I don't know. Hopefully they release some more stuff of our characters here. As far as we've seen, we have seen the cosplay guides for all the new characters, other than the ones that we get to see in the actual game itself. There are some NPC players that are new that we haven't seen before. I'd like to see a cosplay thing for Maya, because she actually looks different. We get to see her, in depth, or see her new outfit up close. I really like that Borderlands is doing this. Gearbox, they're a great company. Keep people giving Randy some, flack from what's been going on, but I think he's okay. Who knows? I don't know. I haven't met him personally, but I know they make a pretty cool game. I like these guides. not only does it show off cool cosplay, I've seen some cosplay that are actually pretty dope, but I like that they show off everything for the characters. They did Troy a little bit bad here with the whole color scheme and everything else, but seeing his back gives you a little bit of sympathy for the character. Who knows what happens? Tyrene looks pretty cool. She does look a little bit smaller with that big like jacket thing off. Chest there just looks like normal leather. They definitely look very Bandit Psycho like. I'm getting that a lot from them. They definitely fit in with their whole, deal there. But I think that's going to be it for this video, guys. I have my Twitch link down below if you want to follow that. I will be streaming Borderlands 3 there when it comes out and streaming the other games in the meantime. But if you like this video, please drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I'm trying to get to my 1,000 subs so I can get monetization back because, YouTube got rid of it. But no hard feelings, YouTube. I'll just deal with it, I guess. But thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching.